never to be victim to Kevin again.
Oh.
All right, everybody. What's up? Welcome to the show. We are just looking at OBS right now. I'll switch the screen in a second, but it is Sunday. It is All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show. Here, let me switch it right now. All Things Fantasy Grounds Talk Show is meant to teach and help those of you in the viewing audience, but remember that the opinions stated by those of us on the show are not that of Smiteworks US LLC, DM's Guild, or The Forge, or Fantasy Grounds, just us. Let me quickly welcome my co-host, Mr. Drake Takes. How are you, sir?
What's going on, guys? It's wonderful to be here. It's a great Sunday.
Yes. And we have a special guest, founder of Fantasy Grounds Academy, Mr. Leroon. How are you, sir?
I am doing good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
All right. Excellent. Welcome to the audience. We're going to be building characters today using Bigby Presents. Moskenfaz has resubbed for 19 months. Moskenfaz, thank you so much.
Yep.
So let's get right into it. Look, everybody, I have show ideas for the rest of the year. Oh my God, you have to be
just amazing.
I filled it all in, and I even have the 6th anniversary show that after we come back from break, which is 2 months.
Oh my God, I got to ask you this: why in the fuck couldn't you do this when I was on the show?
What? Take a 2-month break?
No, the fucking organization thing.
Oh well,
I mean, we were always hunting for ideas. We were out maybe 2 weeks.
I have actually a good answer for that.
Okay.
When we started, I think you and I thought we needed to do whatever we could to get guests, to get like industry people, and I did that for a couple years, and then we've had everybody on, and to have them on again is okay, but you don't really need it. So it just ended up being like, let's just do our own thing. And if we have guests once in a while, like we've got you on today, but if something pops up, but otherwise I just put these in here and decided, fuck it, let's just let me get some ideas going. So we'll see, and they might change, but at least I have some ideas. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna load up FG. We just updated it. You always want to check for updates, even if that button is not red and lit up. You still always want to check for updates, because your Fantasy Grounds Forge items might have been changed, and there might be stuff in the background there that you need. So we just updated.
Don't forget the DM's Guild stuff too. Every now and then you got to go on there.
And
since you're talking about it, I'm going to do it right now.
Let's really quickly go. Yes, let's get a refreshment on how to update your DM's Guild stuff easily. No, this is the wrong channel. Oh, it's called Product Updates. So in my Discord, there is a easy instructions to. Here's how to tell what's been updated lately. You click on this link and then organize that list by date by clicking the word updated to get the most recent date. Okay, so let's go here to this My DM's Guild account. And we're going to go over here to updated, right? And click on the link so it reorganizes it. And so now you go, okay, the effects coding was updated on the 21st, the random PC generator on the 20th. So what I tell people to do is, the day you're going to play your session, maybe an hour or two before, or, when you're preparing, just go here and get the stuff that's been updated. since the last time you went. So you should, if you do this every week, you should only have to look for the dates that are within the last week, right? Because you've been updating all the time. So that's the easy way to do it. That's my suggestion on how to do that.
I got a comment on that.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
No, go for it.
I'd like to also mention that the file names generally don't change. So if you copy and paste over the existing ones, it should be good. Unless you yourself went in and changed those module names, and don't do that. But if you did, then you're going to have to delete them and put them back in.
DM's Guild, of course, tags the my user ID on every one of those files, and that's how they do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always good. You can rename the files if you'd like to. I do that sometimes. But you always have to make sure that you don't have a duplicate of the same thing in there. Even if they're different names, Fantasy Grounds recognizes those files internally and will always use the oldest one. So I have a lot of people email me and they go, Rob, I downloaded the update, I don't see it, and then we come to find out they've got 2 copies of it, so that's why.
Yep.
I'm pretty good at copying over the old file.
Right. That's the best practice, is copy over the last one. Exactly.
Yep.
Change them, take the one out is usually what I end up having to do. Just take the one out.
Right.
Because mine,
No, I've been bitten by that so many times that it's second nature for me to do that. I used to just be kind of lazy and I didn't really look. And then I'd go to Rob and say, hey, fucker, what's wrong? And he goes, wait a minute. What's wrong with you, asshole?
Is that what I said? What's wrong with you, asshole?
Yeah.
So, by the way, this brings up
anyway.
another good point to remind everybody of. I have often people tell me, oh, well, all you got to do, everybody's spoiled by the Forge because the Forge updates all that stuff automatically, right?
Yeah.
And Drive-Thru RPG has an automatic updater. And so people go, oh, I should just use that for my Fantasy Grounds files. And in theory, yes, but that thing will fuck up your files. So I do not recommend using the Drive-Thru RPG updater. For PDFs, it's fine. But
I tried that years ago and it messed.
Oh yeah, and I went in there. I don't know if this is a dream I had or if this is true. Maybe you guys know. I think you can go into that and go in the settings and tell it only update PDFs, don't update any other file types. I think you can do that.
Yeah, maybe.
But if not, I don't even I haven't even opened that thing in like 4 years.
So what extensions do you have here? So this is another
here's what we're going
right?
to use. Today we're going to just use 4 extensions to build our characters. Now, and I have all the Leroon. I prepared. I have the links right here.
Oh my god!
So link fill. I'll give everybody in the chat.
Maybe they do it on purpose. McClancy is my thought. He had a question. I think maybe they do it on purpose.
Oh no, that is it's very purposeful.
You have to have the best one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know the answer. The reason they do the oldest file is because it assumes you're working on some other newer file and testing it and making it and creating it, and it doesn't want to suck that in until you get rid of the old file, right? That's
got it.
It's very purposeful.
So it's a checklist kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah. So here we go. This is the Fantasy Grounds link fill. Most of you guys probably have this in the audience, but if you don't, it is free. It's a suggested $5, but it is free. And what this does is this allows your codings and everything that we do, the spells, the feats, the class features, the race traits, the equipment, everything. The descriptions are IP protected. So we had to go in and rip all those out. And this is the extension that lets you read those. But you have to own the book. So we don't violate IP, and it pulls it. Like if it's in the player's handbook and you own that, it just pulls it. You don't even have to worry about it.
So it will add the effect, but you will not get the description. So if you don't own the book, no description, right?
Right,
Is that
exactly. You don't get the you can still use the codings, but you just don't get the description. But most people own the books that we're using anyway. So the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to skip down here. Mad Nomad Core. So that is also a free extension available on the Forge. And this is basically just the free thing that you need to get to run all of his extensions. So it's just the it's like what it says, it's
the basis.
Yeah. It's like that.
It's required, by the way.
It is required if you use any of his extensions.
Yes.
And by the way, we are going to use 2. We're going to use automatic actions, which I will put in the whoops, I might have had those flipped around.
Now, what does this do?
Now, the automatic action, Livrun, what does this do? The automatic actions basically works with all the Rob Tui codings. So as you're building a character, let's say you put in a rogue and you get sneak attack, this will run and grab sneak attack from the codings and put it on your character sheet automatically.
And we're going to show that later.
We're going to show that today. So it does. I know,
Yep.
Kitty. This kitty's like bugging me. At least she's not meowing. He's just pawing on me. Don't worry, Kitty. Food in an hour and 50 minutes. Calm down. So we will be showing this. And
Can we get a linky loo?
yeah, I did that already.
Okay.
It's number 134.
Okay.
And then the other thing to remember about this is it does it while you're building your character. It also does it when you level up. So it's all covered.
Yep.
Level up.
Level up.
Yep.
The last one.
So you want to probably leave that one active if you're going to level up.
Absolutely. The last one we're going to use today is character sheet effects display, also by Mad Nomad. And this one, I'll put the link.
What does this do?
This one, it basically it makes your character sheet look like this. It puts green, it sort of shades it green if it's a positive, shades it red if it's a negative. So you'll see that when we get done building the character, you'll see what we get. All right. Let's do it.
Makes it fancies. Gives it fancies.
Do it. It is fancies.
So this assumes that you have content and that you have at least a base license. So you don't get this just because you buy the code stuff.
And those are the only extensions we're going to be using today, but we're going to be using several of Team 2E modules, which we'll go through as we show them.
Yeah.
You know, the codings, obviously, the spells, the feats, the race traits, the class features, the all the equipment, magic item, you know, whatever. We're going to use all that stuff, so we'll see.
Yeah. And it's not like we've never done a show like this before. It's just that you need to sometimes go back over this because of all the changes, things look different. You know, there's all kinds of stuff going on.
Now, here's the core Mad Nomad. See, it said it was updated. Boom.
Yep.
So we got the newest copy. And we only have, it only shows these two because those are the only two.
And then it says only show when there are updates. So there's a little option.
And I can click that. So I'll never see this again unless there's updated.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
That's good. And
I believe Leroon and I last week built a character. So we have one. Testicular is the name of the character.
Testicle.
We're going to try to recreate that same. Here, let's get rid of this one. Whoops.
Yeah.
We're going to try to recreate that same character.
Yep.
So we'll start from scratch.
And what are we using for content?
And we're using Bigby Presents. We're using Bigby Presents Glory of the Giants. And we're going to use all the new class specializations and backgrounds and feats. So
let's take a look at the Rob 2E modules before you...
Oh, yeah. Very good. Let's do that. I had that open just then. So we're going to be using background, class, and equipment bundles. We're going to be using class features, feats, race traits, spells. And
it's funny. That's what I just updated on DM's Guild.
And if you guys are looking for any of these files, the easiest way to there's the link for the whole thing, so you guys can go check that out.
And a little bit of a shy, embarrassing moment. I actually loaded the 5e background and class equipment, and I said, "Rob, did you update the content to reflect the new backgrounds?" And he's like, "Yes, I did. You need to go to the DM's Guild and re-download it."
That's right.
I did that, and it worked. What do you know?
Because I'm pretty good in most instances when a book comes out, and by the way, there's 3 more coming out by the end of the year. When a book comes out, my modus operandi is I get on that. I try to do it within 24 hours. Usually within a day. Sometimes it might take 2 or 3. And then, of course, if there's any significant additions, I raise the prices on those fucking things.
Yeah.
So people need to remember, you know, if you own it, you don't get a price raise because you already own it. All you get is an update.
Yep.
But if you don't own it yet and you're thinking about getting something, then, you know, as soon as it goes up in price. And so I think I did raise 1 or 2 of these by $1 on some occasion. And I got it all calculated. It's all math, you know.
Sometimes I don't think the community really quite understands that. And it's important to know that the value goes up the minute you buy it, and as soon as a new update comes, you're not paying for it again. So it's nice.
Right. So I went and grabbed McClancy 10,006.
I was going to say, is that him?
Yeah, that's his avatar right there.
I thought that looked
He's
familiar.
going to tell us the story of where that donut came from for his avatar.
Oh, jeez.
He might have. I think he told me that. I don't remember the story, but I know he's told it to me. I just don't remember. Okay, new guy we're gonna make. All right,
New guy.
so first thing we're gonna do is put in the standard array for the.
Yeah,
stats,
just copy some of that over.
So well, they get changed. So
Yeah,
this
15,
is how
14.
I
yeah.
always do that. I always go down in order, and then I switch them out if I need to. 12,
Yep.
10, 8, right? So we're making a barbarian. So we definitely want his strength to be good and his con to be good, and probably wisdom versus intelligence. We'll change these to 10 and 12. I think that's what we did. Okay.
Yep.
Now, what's the
That
next
looks
step? What's the next step, you guys? McClancy.
Honestly,
one donut
now
for
this,
Mildemar.
so you don't get hung up, there is no dice roller built into the manual thing. We're not going to go too deep into that, but you either put them in manually or you can do your own
Yeah,
rolls.
now you could do like /die 4d6 drop 1. And then highlight that, and then I always put it like down.
Drag
here
it.
Right, and then just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this is more of a Fantasy Grounds thing, not a Rob thing.
Right. So,
But then you can drag those to the sheet if you want.
yeah. So oh my God, I got an 18. That never happens. Also, there's no number below
Wow.
10.
Nice.
Take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna screenshot this and use this for my next
Yeah.
campaign. Okay.
Anyways,
So the first thing, there's an order we like to do in building characters. So that obviously the ability scores first. Now, what comes next?
Drake.
Our ability. I haven't built a character background. And
It's background.
race.
That's why we're doing it, because we
All right.
want
Background,
to.
race,
So
and
backgrounds, and of course we are wanting to use Bigby. So we are going to use Rune Carver.
class.
Now,
ABRC. That's
when
it.
we bring that over,
ABRC.
these stats are going to change right here.
Eventually. Yep. Well, when we do the race.
Oh yeah, it is race. I'm sorry. All right. Now, what did it give us? Rune Shaper. So let's look at the abilities it gave us. Rune Shaper. Now, does Rune Shaper? It is a feat.
Yeah, we figured out we have to drag that over later. The feat itself.
Right, because it did not give us any. Yeah, it did give us Rune Shaper. It gave it to us.
Right,
already.
that's from your coding, but the
the feat
character
is not
sheet.
there. Oh, the feat. Yeah, we have to. So, you just do this.
Yes.
Right, that's all. That's just a bookkeeping thing. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we got the background, and
but it did pull that over, which is nice.
yes.
That's
Now
the
we're gonna
extension.
do a race, and we decided we're gonna do human, not human variant.
Yep.
Human.
Now this is gonna
the
give us. I
phrase
think it's +1 on
Human.
everything.
Yep.
Right. Boom. There it is. +1.
There it is.
And it even shows you.
Yep.
And human don't have any. They don't have any race traits. They're boring. They don't have anything. No.
Yeah.
Nothing. All right.
Yep. And they
Next
also
thing
get
we're
to
gonna-
use a torch, which is pretty cool.
All the time. Yeah.
Now we're gonna do class, and of course we're gonna do barbarian because we want to use the class specialization that's in Bigby's, which is a barbarian. So let's go there. I think it's gonna ask us to choose something.
Yep.
It's gonna ask us to choose. Let's look at our skills.
So
believe
important
we-
fact here, he's looking at his skills before he picks.
Right, because we already have history and perception.
Yep.
So let's pick. I think we decided survival and intimidation. Is that what we decided? Let's look.
Yep, that
Let's
looks
go-
right.
Yeah.
Let's go to the
Because
other
if
one.
you're starving to death, you'll just yell at a bear.
Survival
right.
and intimidation. We totally did that. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Now we got everything on the front sheet I think we need. We got our class. We got our... Okay, so let's go to skills. That's already done. Let's go to abilities. Okay, so... Did we leveled him up to level 3, right? Okay. So did we level him up first, or did we do... Yeah, I think
Let's do that because it's
Okay.
easier to capture all of it.
Right.
So normally you don't do this, but we're going to do it.
We're going to make him a level 3 because we're trying to match this character that we made. So, of course, the best way to level up is to click on this and to drag this down here and drop it. That's the best way to level up. That's level 2. Gave us some stuff, and then we'll go to level 3. Boom. Now it's asking us to pick. We want the path of the giant because that's the Bigby's one.
Yep.
Boom. So it gave us some more stuff.
Now, as it's doing this, let's take a look at the Actions tab real quick. We don't need to explain it right now, but
it's filling. Look at it. It's filling all this stuff in.
It's filling all that stuff in for you.
We'll get to that.
Yep.
So abilities. So these are all the things we have. Now, normally when I build a character, what I do is I go and let me move this over now because it's going to be in the center of the screen.
Yep.
I go I open all these, right?
Yep.
And then I go and I open like Danger Sense. That is a class. That is go to the spells for the codes. That is a class feature, right?
Yeah.
And then I type in danger. And there's Danger Sense now. And then I would go to I would go here and I would drag it over.
It's already there. Well, it's already there.
Yeah, it's already done.
Yeah.
All of them are already done. So
and the reason for that is because of the extension that was loaded. If you didn't have that extension, you would be dragging these over manually. So it's up to you how you want to do it.
Now we're going to have a little bit of a discussion. So,
yep.
There's FGU adds certain things automatically, but they are not not
affiliated with your extension
so
or
what I do,
your codes.
I just because they're already there. They're all still right there. So I just clear them out. I just go FGU added. And then get rid of that whole title bar. Okay, so now we got I got this. And I swear I fixed rage. Should be.
I think you did.
Yeah. Don't know.
You probably didn't update it. Remember?
Well, I mean, it's updated. It's updated for me because I have it on my hard drive.
I'm just giving you shit.
All right. So, really cool. It puts in all the actions: dodge, help, hide, reaction used, ready. Spell,
now those are not standard to Fantasy Grounds.
No, these are inside of the class codings.
So whenever you do a class, regardless of the class, it pulls that over.
Right.
Okay.
And
what are those for, anyways? I mean, I kind of know, but just give us an example of the weird ones, like the ready spell and the.
Okay, so
what's the purpose?
You're in the combat tracker, right? And it comes to your turn, and you say, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna ready an action." This just allows you to click the button, and it says "ready," and it's for 1 round, and that's just to sort of a reminder, like, "Hey, you've readied an action." And then if it goes to your next turn, it goes away.
Yeah. So if you don't use your ready action by then, you're SOL.
And dodge is here because, oddly, and I've never figured this out, dodge is not one of the conditions in Fantasy Grounds. They just don't have it. They've never had it. So dodge is there, and you can apply that to yourself.
And it gets used a lot, right?
It gets used all the time. Yeah, absolutely.
Almost
I don't know why they've never...
Especially if you're a paladin, right?
This is why I make the big money. The one and only thing, and the reason I make the big money is this automatic dodge.
Yeah. Well, you also made the module that has the conditions and effects that has dodge.
Yes, that has it in there too, so DMs can slap it on anything.
So if you have an NPC and you want some of the coding for that, there is a module out there for that, and it is called the conditions and effects module.
And we will be going into deep detail on that on September 17th. So
okay, good.
Us.
Okay,
come
cool.
and join us.
All right, I'll shut up.
All right. So help is there. It's got the different versions of help that you might need. We're not going to go into it. Hide is there. Grant disadvantage attack and advantage attack if you're hiding. Reaction used is good because did I use my reaction or didn't I use it? Now there is a thing that DMs can do on the combat tracker.
Never do it.
But they never do. No one ever does it. A lot of DMs.
You gotta open up something else.
Yeah.
Right?
So react. Did I use it? There it is. Reaction used. But this actually puts it so people can see reaction used.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Let's close
and
these.
Way easier.
Well, what the benefit of it is it allows the player to do it, not the DM.
Right.
So that's what's awesome about it.
And the readied spell, same thing. And then there is one that just got added. He hasn't added it yet, but we did add. What was that called? Let's go back. Laverne, you reminded me of it. Oh yeah, loading ranged weapon is also.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's gonna add that. It's already in the codings, but he's gonna add it to where it gets automatic. So like, let's do that. Let's go. I'm like, you know what? I want that.
You can do it manually.
I don't have loaded. Oh wait, where is it? It's not in the class. Did I spell it right? Ranged.
There it is.
Oh, loading. So I can bring that over
Loading.
here to my actions.
Yep.
Clean up the word action. And there it is. It's there. So I got that now too. Boom.
Yep.
All right.
Makes
so
sense.
it added danger sense for barbarian. It added giant's havoc for barbarian. It added rage for barbarian. These codes are all in there. The coding is all there. We're not going to go into
And
that.
half of those are new from the new book.
Oh yeah, like giant's havoc. This is, let's read it. So now I'll tell you what happened. This description is actually not here. You see this link here. That link fill extension grabs this link and slams the stuff in here, because what this really looks like if you don't have link fill turned on is you just open it up and it's just this link. And that's it. And if you don't own the book and you click on it, it just says, hey, you don't own this. But if you own it,
Havoc says you rang.
It brings it. Yeah. So, your rages pull strength from the primal might of giants, transforming you into a hulking force of destruction. While raging, you gain the following benefits. Crushing throw. When you make a successful ranged attack with a thrown weapon using strength, you can add your rage damage plus a bonus to the attack. So,
It's clicked in there. Yeah.
We've got the crushing throw, damage 2.
Yep.
Next roll self. Boom. Giant
So
stature.
that effect is pulling from your strength bonus.
No.
No?
No. It is. If your strength
Rage
bonus, if
damage
your damage thing goes up,
Oh, okay.
you have to open this up and change it to 3 or whatever,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Some of this is not what's that word? Dynamically updated as you would like it to be, but nothing in Fantasy Grounds really is. Like, you know, you guys all know if you make hotkeys and you're proficiently, like if you take a weapon attack and put it on a hotkey and you level up and your proficiency bonus changes and it adds a +1, you have to re-hotkey it. It's not dynamically updated.
Yeah.
All right, so next second thing, giant stature. Your reach increases by 5 feet, which you don't code that, right?
No.
Although we did make a note of it. If you put that on yourself, over here it says, oh, here, let me get rid of those other ones. It says size becomes large and reach increases by 5 feet.
So can we change the reach in that?
The DM could change it.
Yeah, the DM can change the reach.
Yeah.
You can go here to reach and put
space and reach. Yep. 10.
Right?
There
like
you go.
that. And it would change it. And
Wait,
they'd have
why
to,
would your space increase?
because
You
it
think there's
says
a large
it says
creature?
your reach increases 5, and if you are smaller than large, you become large.
Yep. That makes
Along
sense.
with anything you're wearing. If there isn't enough room for you to increase your size doesn't change. So if you're inside of the magician's sawing you in half and you're in that box, you can't increase.
Can't get out of the box.
And I would say as a DM though, if it's made of balsa wood, you could just break it.
Is it possible to code an increase to your space and reach?
I don't think so.
Do not
Temporary
believe so.
thing?
No. Does anyone in the chat know if that's possible? I do not think.
Not
that's
without
possible.
an extension, dude.
Someone needs to make an extension for that. That's
All right,
there you
Team
go.
Tui, get
That's
on
how
it.
it happened.
All right, hold on. Team Tui, let's get on it. Let's go over here to Team Tui. Extension idea. Something to auto increase, decrease your reach and or size
in the CT.
CT. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. We'll see what somebody will say. Yeah, I'll have that in 20 minutes, or that's not possible. All right.
Just send me my commission. That's all I ask for.
Drake always has these ideas. Half the shit is Drake's idea. More than half. All right. Rage, reckless attack.
And I don't know how to do none of that. I don't even know how to type any code. If I can't drag it, I don't even use them.
Now, the Rune Shaper feat there's no coding for that, except there is a tick mark because you learn comprehend languages, and then what does this do? You know a number of runes equal to half your proficiency bonus, which is 1. And then there's a rune table, right? And so these you pick like, I want to be cloud, so I have fog cloud. So then it would put the counter there, and if you're in combat mode and you click that off, it goes away, right? So there you go. Now
you could also drag the spell there.
That's exactly what we're going to do. So let's say we picked Dragon, which is Chromatic Orb. Let's go to Spells. We're already in Spells. Let's go to Spells.
Oh, Musket Fudge thinks there's somebody already made one already called Size Matters.
Ah, there you go.
Is that right? Let's look at that. Let's look that up right now. So we're going to do Dragon Chromatic Orb. There it is. Chromatic Orb. I'll drag over, and it should put it in my Spells. Now, what you can do here is actually put it under your feats, right? And let's get rid of this one. And that way, because if it's in spells, you can't really do it. But if it's in feats or any other thing, you can actually do the counter, right?
We need to put the casting ability too for the feat.
Right. So let's say that's wisdom. I don't know what it is, but let's say it's wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay. And you can do one daily here, right?
Yep.
So now watch what happens. It's got the spell, and it's sort of also got Rune Shaper here, just as a reminder, so you can read what Rune Shaper does by opening this, right?
But we want to notate it too, by the way.
What do you mean?
In the abilities area, we want to notate.
Oh, right.
Whether it's cloud or stone or whatever the hell it is.
Yes, absolutely. You should always do that here in these.
Rune Shaper.
So let's. Danger Sense doesn't change. Giant's Havoc doesn't change. No. Giant's Power is just, these things. Primal Path. Rage. Does Rage change at higher levels? No, I don't think it does it?
Just the number of them.
Oh, right.
Just the amount. Like you get
so it's you would say, in what I like to do,
there's
put
a table.
Note like a Barbarian table, right? Just to remind yourself when you're updating. Reckless Attack doesn't ever change. That's the same. Rune Shaper, that's what we're looking at now. That doesn't change at higher levels, but we're going to note which one we did. Let's say we did Dragon, right? So your DM can look at your sheet and go, oh, which one did you? Here it is right here. Unarmored Defense is not going to change. Okay.
Or so you can remember, because, sometimes...
That's right.
And
between sessions can be a month,
We did have a choice of language here. Let's choose.
All right.
What did we choose? I think we choose Draconic. Let's go back and look. Let's go back at abilities. Yes, we did choose Draconic. What a memory. Okay. So now back to the Actions tab. So
Spelling
everything's all set up.
Languages.
What's that?
Spelling counts and languages.
Spelling counts. Oh, spelling counts. You can go look and see how they are. Because it's not Orcish, it's Orc.
It's not elf.
It's not
elvish.
It's not elven. It's not elf, it's elvish, right?
Elfish.
And just remember
Elfington.
If you're ever talking about your staff in D&D and you're
staves,
pluralizing it, it's never staves, it's always staffs. Staffs with 2 Fs.
Babies.
And it's not armoire, it's armor.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go. Okay. What? Okay.
So that's pretty close to being done. So what else can we do?
There's more to do. There's more to do. All right, let's just clear off some of this stuff here. Okay. So, and I like to try to, okay, we have all this. Inventory. Let's do inventory. So let's show you what the finished inventory looks like. It looks like this right here. Okay. Now, how did we get there? I'll show you. We have a special thing called, let's remind everybody. It's called Background and Class Equipment Bundles. And what that is that's every class and every background in parcels. So you open up the parcels. And here they are. So what's our background? Our background is Rune Carver, right? Rune Carver. Going to drag that over and just drop it right here in the middle of the thing. Boom. It's going to put the money, 10 gold pieces, and all his stuff that he gets. And then let's go right down to Barbarian. Drag that over. Boom. When's the last time you built your equipment list in less than 2 seconds?
Not very often.
And there it is. Exactly matched. Boom. And you don't... That's a very... I need to raise the price on that. That thing is so powerful.
Yeah, that's really helpful. This all the stuff he's going over covers the actual official modules. This doesn't go over. Normally, it doesn't go over Kobold Press or any of the third-party stuff. So just keep that in mind.
Right. Now, a thing that I this is written in the the reference manual of this. I believe I say, here's all the backgrounds from all these sources. These are the sources that it comes from. And I think I need to add. I did not add Bigby's, so I got to add that. But it tells you.
You're going to be adding Planescape too pretty soon.
Yeah,
so
but yeah,
maybe.
pretty soon. It basically tells you that it's picking, like sometimes you have A and B choices. It always picks the, because I built these individually, right? Let me open up some of these. These are all built by me. So that's all the work I did, right? So that's easy for you. But it'll pick the A choice. Now you can of course go, oh, you know what? It give me the great axe. I don't want that. I want the long sword. Okay, well you can just change it. That's it. Easy.
Yeah. You just talk to your DM, say, hey, I want to swap this out for this or something. No big deal.
Yeah, we got that.
Oh, size matters is in off topic. He said, "Let me go look at that. Let me grab that."
Yeah,
link
it's a free Forge.
Okay, let me grab
extension.
it. Let me grab it. Here it is, right here. Size matters. Thank you, Mosk and Foz. I'll put this in the chat for everybody. So that because Mosk and Foz couldn't put the link. So thank you for.
Who made that?
This is made by Me and Unique. Oh,
okay.
Me and Unique.
Yeah, he's made some cool stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Get it. I got to get it. Okay, I got it. Boom. Next time I update Fantasy Grounds, let's be there. All right. Start playing Pathfinder. Oh my God, no. Okay. So now we're going to go to notes. Now, I think we didn't do notes on our character. And really quickly, this is the role-playing stuff. You just fill in your age, your gender, your weight, your height, and your alignment if you're doing that, your deity if you're doing that. Personality traits, of course, are easy to do if you want to use the background. You could open the background, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go over here to where the notes are, and then you can just roll on the table.
Right.
Or choose and drag, whichever you like.
Oh, interesting. This does not have personality traits.
It just has that. That's
it doesn't. Yeah, so you would actually need to go to Barbarian to get the other. Oh no! Wait a minute. Hold on a second. This background should have all of the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why doesn't it?
I don't know. I would check the actual book, the DM side of it.
Let's look at the. Let's look at that. Backgrounds. Rune Carver. That is interesting. It does not have.
What's happening now is they're going to have you basically, if you use the Tasha one, I guess it's like a generic background builder type thing. Then when you pick some of these special classes or races, whatever, then you're only going to pull over certain pieces of it.
Because let's go look at in the player's handbook. Just choose any background, right? They've got all four. They've got your personality trait, ideal, bond, and flaw. But if you're using the Rune Carver, it gives you the personality traits. So where do you get your flaw and
Tasha's?
Tasha's. Okay, well that sucks.
You load Tasha's and then you take the generic one.
All right.
It's not specific. That's how it works.
Yeah, I don't like it, so I'm gonna roll one for here and then just put it on there. So personality trait is there, so it's there. But yeah, and I usually I you know what's funny about this page right here? I never fill out this page. I maybe do age, height, and weight, but I never do this unless the DM wants it.
Alignment's important.
Alignment, that doesn't ever get used in games I play.
Any protection from good or evil doesn't get used.
Well, but that's usually in regards to NPCs.
Right.
Okay, Kitty. Oh my God.
But if you cast if they cast a spell on you like protection from good, how's it supposed to work?
Oh, then you'd have to decide. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're totally.
So that's the thing.
So the log tab doesn't really get used much. You You can write. You can this is mainly for like
Adventure League.
Thank you, Adventures League, and then the actions tab. So good to go. And now we've got see all our weapons. Oh yeah, we got to fill in the ammo. Hand axe 2, javelin 4. So we're good. That should exactly match what we have over here. Oh, and current effects. Yeah, I have an effect on that guy in the combat tracker. Let me remove that. Okay. So this all looks exactly the same. Oh, by the way,
Identical.
this these are out of order actually. There is I don't know what the extension is. Drake, I know you have it. There is an extension which I find to be fantastic, not made by Team Tui, but it allows you to reorder the items within your you can change. It's always a little frustrating. Like I want Rage to be at the top, it does it alphabetically or whatever.
Yeah, Matakiri said the name of it too last night and I forgot.
Oh, the reason I didn't take it out. This will match when I take that out. Yeah, it's called something. So anyway, we did something a little different with the other. Here's a torch. We did something a little different with the other one. Anyway, so there you go, guys. That's how you build a character using Bigby's.
And
if
some of Rob's stuff.
if we were not talking about it, and I was just doing it, we could have done that in like 4 minutes. Get your whole character ready in like less than 5 minutes. Easy. All right. So does anybody have any questions?
Hydrate.
Who coded this thing? Hydrate. How many times do NPCs cast that spell in combat? Yeah, right, Gorbidal. I've never seen it happen. I mean, it could happen. But it is usually the party cast. Wait till you get in one of Leroon's games. He's gonna fucking pull that shit on you.
Right.
You're gonna cast. One of your NPCs is gonna cast protection.
From good. Yeah. And you're
So
not gonna have it on there, and I'm gonna be pissed.
If somebody would have used that spell last night's campaign against Ebondeath, then he couldn't have possessed you guys. So that's
Damn it! Protection against it. But only one person, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Is
But you can
protection-
cast it on other people, though. That's cool.
Right, but is protection is that? It's not for your party. It's just
For
protection
you.
from evil and good is
Touch.
one
concentration.
willing creature. Yeah, one willing creature. So the new D&D books, I think, should put those in one book. Or I heard WotC wanted to consolidate some of that stuff. Yeah, WotC is.
They're taking that whole thing, and it's going to be way different. All those
they get
background
these-
stuff.
I'm going to tell you something. When they came out with 5th edition, to me that was the perfect. It just works, and there was or hardly is any problems with it. And now they want to fucking change shit. And I don't know why. I can't think of a good reason why they should just fucking.
Well, Tasha's was kind of the beginning of the end,
Yeah.
because that's where it started.
Who can use that spell?
Usually clerics.
Yeah, that spell is cleric, eldritch knight, paladin, warlock, wizard, arcane trickster. So everybody, not a sorcerer. Anyway, it's not a spell any of us are carrying though. Yeah, nobody uses it. All right. Does anybody have any
Cleric
questions?
and the arcane trickster in the party have it. I could have had it though.
And you did. Let's add Druidcraft. We forgot that.
Oh, did we forgot Druidcraft? Okay, let's
Just
go
get the
back.
old character up and drag it from there. It's easier.
Druidcraft.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Druidcraft
it's
right
one of
here.
your traits that you get for being a path of the whatever.
Oh.
So Druidcraft is a spell, so we just bring it over. Spells, boom, like that.
So it's a freebie.
Yeah, we just didn't read it. But
Yeah.
if anybody has any questions about what we did, please feel free to ask them in the chat.
Oh,
If
by the way,
you-
the torches.
What about torches?
I see them now. On
Yeah,
the
the torches
sheet.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do
See,
one.
that's
damage
the other
to one
thing.
fire. You can
That's
light
the other
yourself.
thing that. Yeah.
And lighting's already coded on it, so.
Yep.
Yep.
And you could set up the amount. How do you do that? For torches, to keep
Oh,
track
you
of
go.
them.
You like if you had say you had a super torch that was 40 feet instead of 20.
No,
Yeah.
no, he's saying a quantity if you wanted to change. They keep track of. You got 5 torches or 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you go to preparation. You type in like 5 once, right?
Yep.
And then every time you use a torch, you click it off.
There
And
you
then
go.
when you click off 5 torches, guess what? Bye torches. No more torches. I mean,
So the extension
it's
adds
still on
it.
your sheet, but if you in combat mode.
So the extension adds it, but you have to manage it.
Right.
Okay.
And a lot of times, like rage, rage is always 2 to start. If you got more, you could just go in here and you go to preparation and say 3. Now I have.
So this
3
one you
rages.
level up and shit. You got to
Right.
manage your
'Cause
character.
a lot of people go, well, how come that doesn't automatically level? Oh, fuck. I mean, it's not. This is not built that way.
Yeah.
It's like there are people out there that go, Rob, I bought your shit and I went to play D&D and I loaded up Fantasy Grounds and I expected to press one button and have the whole campaign do everything for me.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, and it's also supposed to represent a character sheet that you have to update, like
Like
a
a
piece of paper,
around the
right?
table. Yeah.
The piece of
Yeah.
paper, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I want the one that makes breakfast for me.
yeah, and some people like I one of the funnest things for me when I first started playing D&D in 1981. I'm very old, everybody. Was making characters and going, hand me the player's handbook. I need the equipment, and then you go like, I have 6 gold. What am I gonna buy? What, I'm gonna buy a spear. But if you're interested in making a character fast,
This
and
helps a lot.
You want to go with the the standard equipment that you get. Boom, because some DMs will say, okay, nobody gets any equipment. You get 50 gold, and what do you want to buy? There's what that you can do it that way.
I don't recommend a warlock for a new player to build unless they're guided, because those are
if
pretty
you're
complex.
just starting, play a fighter or barbarian. That's all you want to play when you're just starting.
A rogue is pretty easy too, though.
Rogue is okay.
Lower level, yeah.
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 But any spellcaster, or it gets crazy with what you have to remember. Like clerics know all their spells, but wizards have a fucking
Clerics
spell.
and druids are very hard.
So on that chromatic orb, Rob, what does that mean, those numbers there?
Okay. So
On the
chromatic
description?
orb, yeah, it has a 90-foot range. So if we open that up, it says range is 90 feet. The $ indicates that there is a cost component. So for those people that play campaigns where the DM is strict about, well, you need a diamond
Charging
worth
you,
at least
yeah.
50, then you can't cast that spell till you go out and find a diamond. And then it's got the different it's got every different damage type, so you're there. Also so like B is bonus action. What else do we see here?
Events are
is
so
30 feet.
handy when you added all those.
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember when you did it.
Part of the coding is to just make it easy at a glance to see what is happening. So some examples are 60 foot. A number would be range. S is self. T is touch. C is concentration. B is bonus action. R is reaction. RIT is ritual. $ is a component cost, and SD is a shift drag. There's only 1 or 2, like I think hex and something else where you
chill touch or whatever the hell it is.
And we've done many shows on that. You guys can guys can look all that up. But
hydrate.
Hydrate. Who did that? Mosk and Foz. Nice.
Yep. All right, so that's a pretty thorough character. So Rob, would you say that this automates everything?
So the word everything, no. But damn near. There are some things that as you get into campaigns and play and use Fantasy Grounds for years and years, if you're using these automated things, you'll find that some things just don't automate. Mm-hmm. But most stuff does. Like, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but there are things that, maybe the kitty knows.
He's like, yeah.
But there are things that you can't automate. Just Fantasy Grounds doesn't have the ability to do it.
Yeah.
But I would say for the most part, based on the extensions that have been made and the modules that have been made by our team and other fantastic creators in the community, everything is 90%. Covered. And if it isn't covered, somebody usually will go, "Oh shit, let's make that," or something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it might be coming out of a third-party content too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And there is a lot of, like, we've coded the 5e Advanced, we've coded Lost Book of Spells, we've coded a bunch of third-party stuff too, but sometimes that gets into the weeds with difficulty because they don't follow the WotC format. Like, you have to say, You have to say make a Constitution saving throw. You can't say make a con save. The parser that codes that shit doesn't understand that language.
So I have an opinion about this character creation.
Okay.
Now, a lot of people still try to use the wizard, right?
Yeah.
So we don't say that word, but it is part of the Fantasy Grounds platform. It is not 100% right now. It's actually on lockdown, so they're not going to update it for a while. And it doesn't always pull in the things you want or the things you think you want. So we usually do it manually.
So we're talking about this.
Yeah. So if you want to use Rob 2E stuff with this, just do the character builder and then manually drag over the stuff after the fact. That's cleaner.
Yeah. I don't recommend the character builder for the same reason I don't recommend Drive-Thru RPG's automatic file updater. It technically works, but it's jacked in so many ways. And they have kind of decided, I mean, I don't know why, but and I'm not sort of in the loop as much anymore as I was when I was social media manager. I don't really talk to Doug and John that often.
Yeah. And
usually if I am talking to them, it's some kind of, outside Fantasy Grounds, like making making the sound packs or stuff. I'm not talking to them about internal workings. Yeah. But I do understand that they have sort of not prioritized this
anymore.
It works well enough for them to concentrate on other things. But I just don't recommend it. I don't recommend
I was under the impression that they're gearing a whole new thing in the background.
Oh, maybe they are, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know that for sure, but it's probably the case. But it's on lockdown right now. They're not going to update it for a while. I think like you said, their priorities are different right now. So you get what you get right now.
Yeah, because we discovered animation. Yeah.
Yep.
So Gorbidal redeemed. Gorbidal redeemed the street cam check, and I should just take one of my other cameras and plug it in and just set it down on the ground and point it, because I would love for you guys to be able to see what they're doing to the right of those cones. By the way, those cones have crept over. When I back out of my driveway, I gotta fucking come down over here and fucking try not to hit those cones, because my car has a sensor in it, and if I back up too close to those cones, it automatically slams on my brakes and makes a giant noise. And goes, and it's like, fuck, I want to run those down, man. But yeah, what they do is they come at 6 a.m. and they hook up. They hook up to the fire hydrant, this water box, and then every 30 minutes that water truck comes and parks right there by the cones, and they fill it with water, and then it goes. And because they're
keeping the dust down. Is that what they're doing?
Well, yeah, for the most part they are, but. As a matter of fact, I just ordered 2 air filters for myself, but that's mainly for cat hair, but not dust. But anyway, that's me, guys. Let's look
at Thelgor's comment. It looks like it directs cars to turn around in your
Oh my god! It 100%. Oh my fucking god! That's exactly what that looks like. It looks like, hey everybody, don't drive over there. Just turn around in Rob's drive. Oh my god.
Yeah, it is.
Fuck this.
Even though you got a cul-de-sac right there.
Thank you, Thelgor. I can't sleep now at night. Fuck.
I remember how happy he was that I'm at the end of the road. And
not anymore.
You know what? I got that sign. I'll drag that damn sign out there. That sandwich board that says "Do not turn around in driveway." I'll put that fucking back.
Oh, people will do it more when you put that out there.
I don't think so.
Put the cones.
I used,
because the cones to the left by the mailbox,
and
then just have the whole section blocked off there.
Yeah, that's true. But then the mail,
can put that masking, that tape stuff.
The mail lady comes. She parks where the mailbox is, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then she turns around. She drives forward and turns around within that cone space. And
all right.
Normally she just turns around, and I've seen her having to be really careful and like not hit the cones. And fuck.
I would like to see you tie one of those police things from the bottom of that box all the way over to the hydrant. and
yeah, but then when I want to leave, I got to go fucking undo that.
Well, that's the price of fucking privacy there, buddy.
Yeah, the price. It's not worth it. Yeah, Gorbidal, I can't run those cones over.
Fix his driveway.
Oh, and then I want to heat this left side of the driveway, just this part where, because I don't. I only have 1 car. I don't have 3 cars.
Yeah.
So I'm just and walking down to take the garbage out and walking down to get the mail just this. I'm just gonna heat this section here, but it
Heat
might be
it?
heat it. Yeah, I'm gonna rip it up and put heating under it so that when it snows,
Oh,
it
I
doesn't.
see.
And the reason I'm thinking about, like when I'm 70, I don't need to be walking on ice out to the
Yeah, I
nail
get
and
you.
kill myself.
Yeah, that
And
might
by
just
the way-
create water.
This is very upsetting for me to say out loud.
Mhm.
But 70 is only 13 years away. That is
Oh my
so
God.
fucking upsetting for me to say out loud.
Ouch.
I do not like being old. I do not like aging.
We're right behind you, Rob.
Even though I'm an adult and I have a house and a car and I pay my bills, in my mind I'm only like 17. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna grow. I play Magic the Gathering for 2 hours a day in the morning. I'm addicted to MTG Arena, you guys. I'm addicted. I have a problem.
You're not the only one. I see other people playing it too.
It's super fun. So, don't have those fancy sensors in my vehicle. Yeah, well, yeah, you're driving a. You're driving.
So
a
do we got a
68
prize or what?
We're gonna do a prize. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's do it.
Forgot about that.
Let's do channel raffles. We're gonna do a keyword raffle. By the way, this prize can
Raffle
be.
potato chips.
DM's Guild item.
This can be a DM's Guild or Forge item. No packages, please. And the keyword is going to be...
What? Radiant Sidewalk?
sidewalk.
Radiant Sidewalk.
Yeah, Radiant Sidewalk's too much to ask for most people.
I know.
I don't fucking want
How do you
your prize
spell radiant?
if I have to
Damn it.
type that in. Sidewalk. Yeah, you got to spell it right. SIDEWALK. Sidewalk.
One word.
Exclamation point. Gorbidal's in. Nafam's in. Kilowan's in. Those are the only three that have typed anything.
What?
Nobody wants a prize? Come on, guys.
Sidewalk.
I see Lazy Stunner in the chat. What's up, Lazy Stunner? Oh, yeah, he hasn't been around for a while. Keyword raffle closing in 30 seconds. Wow, you know what? Oh, 4 Moskenfoss is in. Havoc is in.
Still on camera, by the way.
Oh, right. Well, that's all right. We'll change to we'll change to
Fantasy
this.
grounds.
Change to this. If you win a prize,
Oh, there you
this is
go.
what you do. Because somebody's gonna win. 6 people in. McClancy's in. McClancy, don't you own everything?
Is everybody in? Everybody? All the
You'd
people?
rather
Everybody?
Mickey and Mike. Everybody's Ronnie, Bobby, Mickey, and Mike. Okay, so let's draw a winner. The winner is Moskenfoss, who last won on July 9th.
Wow.
Congrats, Moskenfoss. You know what to do. It says on the screen. If you win a prize, choose your prize from the DM's Guild of the Forge. Send me a PM. If it's email, if it's DM's Guild, it's Fantasy Grounds forum name. If it's the Forge, do it now.
Ow.
Do it. Grats. Everyone says grats.
You know,
Some
I
people-
actually paid for one of Mad Nomad's things, and it wasn't that I didn't want to pay for it. It was just that I wanted to support the team. Because I could
Awesome.
technically just go, Rob, can you send me a link or, and then he has to go to him and say, give this guy a free, instead of doing that, just paid for it and moved on.
Mad Nomad has a certain amount of. He started with Team Tui and then he broke out on his own, and it wasn't
Right.
that wasn't a negative thing, or it was all good. And
Yep.
he puts me in for some revenue on some of his product, not all of them, but the ones that he originally did with us. I still get a cut of those. Yeah, I still get a cut.
Yeah. So
It's funny. Some 3 people said grats in the chat, and they all one with an S, one with a Z, and one with a Z and an exclamation point. Everybody was different. Can you list the extension you use for the characterization? Yes, Havoc. Yes, I can.
do it all at once.
That is. Oh, remember, Laroon? You made me do the links. This is what we're gonna
Yep.
do.
This is why we did it.
All right. This is why we did it. So we need to go to
Your spreadsheet.
the extensions spreadsheet, which is a public spreadsheet. I'll put
Let's
the link in
put
the
that
chat.
link out there. Yeah.
And this is actually in the Discord. You can find it in our Discord. And
Yep.
some of you may have seen this before. This is all the extensions that we recommend and the links to them and everything. Now, on the second page, player versus DM, these are all the things you can use as a player to build.
Yep.
And these are all the things as a DM that you want to have in your campaign. You want to have those done. So
Yep.
now we used.
Still showing the prize banner.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
I can't get my head around changing. Okay, here we go. Thank you. All right, so here they all are. So what we used today was we used Mad Nomad's
The base.
well, they're over here. Mad Nomad's automatic actions, which we gave you the thing for already. We used this character effects display. We used sheet tweaks, which we gave you. We gave you all those links already. And you can get them from this sheet, by the way. You can just get them from here. Now, what else did we use? We used the background class and equipment bundles. Yes.
Yep.
We used background proficiencies, languages, and features. That is the class list, the feat list. These
With
are
benefits.
things. Yeah, these are the spells and cantrips known, prepare to recover. These are things that you can look at as you're building a character and go, hey, we knew we were going to build a specific, barbarian rune carver. We had a But you can look at these and go, okay, you know what? I want something that has a +1 on con and +1 on whiz. Which ones are they? There's certain things that I built so that basically the reason I even came up with these things was to avoid the trap of having to look through the player's handbook and flip back and forth through all the pages. It's all just listed for you in one. Here, I'll show somebody. I'll show some of these.
Yeah, it's read only, but it gives you a tool. Like if you share that with your players, they can look at that at a glance and say, "Oh,
right."
Okay.
So let's look at one of those. Let's look at.
Let's look at the class one.
Let's look at the feat list.
Feet.
So if you open it up, it's just a table, right?
Yep.
So here's right here.
But
now if you go down to the bottom, it tells you what the hell's going on.
You need to update this one too.
No, they're all updated, dude. I don't know why these aren't showing me my updates. Anyway, I'll worry about that later. But it shows you what the sources are. So you can go like what I was saying, like, oh, you know what? I want to build a character, but I want it specifically to have, +1 on dex and +1 on wisdom. So you can, and by the way, these are in spreadsheets too. They come here, let me go show that.
There's a link, right?
Can't you just now do that in Tasha's just by winging it now?
But people want to do what they want to do. But
okay.
So let me go to Google. Let me go to Google Sheets. So when you buy most of these ones that are character builder ones, like the feat list, the class list, there's like 4 or 5 of them. You get the Fantasy Grounds module. You get what am I trying to say? The Google Sheet listing, and you also get one that looks like a pretty Wizards of the Coast format. Here, you know what I need to do? Fuck this. Let me just go over here and do the right thing. Let me go to Documents. Let me go to DM's Guild. Let me go to 2016 Feat List. So you get this one.
Yep.
This one looks pretty. It looks like what Wizards of the Coast, like a page out of the Wizards of the Coast. So you get that format. So if you like to look at it that way, you can print it out. You get the this way, which is a sort of a spreadsheet looking one. You can print that out and use that better, or you can do it right inside Fantasy Grounds. So I give you 3 ways to do it.
That's nice.
And when I update those, I got to fucking update everything I just did. So anyway, that's what's going on there. But back to Havoc's question, which was,
what'd you use?
All the links. Yeah. So we didn't use that. I hate when you hover over it. It does that.
Yeah,
thing.
I do.
So we used the coatings. We didn't use any of the magic item stuff. So there's 10 magic item ones. Adventuring gears. Oh God, I hate that. Can you make it so it doesn't do that? I fucking hate that. Maybe if I use I'll use just the arrows. So there's adventuring gear. I'm gonna skip one. Armor class. Armor, potions, rings, rods, spells, staves, not staves, wands, weapons, wondrous items, and then Robin did all the rest, which is all the rest comprises the magic items that are not in the DM's guild.
Right, stuff from
DM's
adventures and stuff.
Right. So, hey, you cats.
And there are a couple things there. I see lost spells and deep magic, which is not
right, but we didn't use those today.
Yeah.
So we did use class features, we did use feats, we did use race traits, and critically awesome essentials we didn't use because we didn't build a druid.
Yeah.
And by the way, next week stand by for me to go in depth on that. Enhanced spell window we didn't use. We could have. Link fill we did use. Pin spells we didn't use, but we could have used it. But random PC generator we didn't use because we knew we didn't have a wizard, so no spell book, no spell components, and we didn't need that. Trinkets we didn't use because we didn't have anything that required a trinket, and we didn't use a spell
Not
book.
really.
So these are all suggested ones you can, and you can click on it like critically awesome essentials. Click on it. Let's do it. It goes right over here to DM skills.
Yep.
And
Redirecting.
maybe it does. There it is.
Affiliate.
Affiliate codes.
Affiliate.
I know it's only coming soon, but the map label thing sounds interesting. Yeah, Diablo Bob has had trouble getting keyboard time for the past few months. He did say yesterday that he plans to get back to it soon. Oh my god, these cats. What the fuck? They're just like chasing each other.
But you also remember he has children. They're probably out of school. So once they're in school, he can kind of work on that more.
And he's got a full-time daytime job too. So
yeah.
So there you go. So that's it. Let's close this. Let's
Yep.
Oh, we can green this out. We love this part when we green this out like this, like that. So yeah, next week I'm gonna just open up critically awesome essentials and go hog wild. So come and learn about that. Oh my god, some people weren't here today. Robin and Fury Fate just not here.
But Laren was.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right, and then we gave you the link to Mad Nomad's character sheets. We gave you the link to automatic actions. We gave you the link to the core. We gave you the link to the link fill. Boom, that's it. And my personal email. Oh, SiriusXM confirmation.
Yep.
Oh, welcome to Start Playing. Amazon Pharmacy. Okay.
All right then. I think that's a done and dusted thing.
I think that's done and done. 1 hour and 6 minutes.
Yep.
So
you gave a prize.
Yeah. Any further questions? Have a good night. Have a good night, Therogore. Any last minute questions, guys? Go ahead and ask, and we'll answer them. Otherwise, we're going to shut her down.
And I got a comment. If any of you need help with character creation, there are several videos out there. I mean, I've done them. Rob's done them. I know Stovehose does some really good ones. So there's tons of resources on YouTube.
Tons of videos, and also periodically character building 101 at the Fantasy Grounds Academy. So
yeah, we do. We haven't done them as much because we haven't had the demand. It's been more like game master related stuff, or creating content is really what people are into lately. But we started off all character creation. That's all we did, and now we're kind of going in another direction, which is making stuff.
Right. All right, very good. Well, I think we'll go ahead and end it there. Thanks, everyone. Don't forget to come and join us on this channel. We have shows, and we're doing things basically 4 days a week. We do things Wednesdays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So come and join us. And don't forget, you can just take my email and go to PayPal and send me $100 just for no reason. Good gaming, everyone.